I mean, just ballpark.
Well, what time do we have right now?
12:30.
So you got 20 minutes.
Okay. And I don't have a planned speech, and I think you'll, yeah. So I'm ad-libbing, and I do that because I want to really provide as much time as possible for you to ask questions if you'd like. I'll tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do and how I got here, and then I'll just give you some generalities about part of that. My name's Garrad Marsh. My pocket's buzzing here actually. I'm not going to answer.
Like your tie, it must be bowling balls.
Those are bowling balls, and I own McHenry Bowl, so that might be part of the reason why I wear a bowling tie. My wife says I have the world's largest collection of bowling ties. I have over 70 ties that have bowling themes to them. So I buy them on eBay mostly.
Oh, thank goodness.
So I have all different kinds and enjoy those. I am also on the Modesto City Council, and that's probably where I'll spend a little bit more of my time than I will on my bowling side. I'm not running for re-election, and I'm not going to. I never have endorsed any of the candidates that have run, and I'll continue to do that for City Council. I have to work with whoever wins or loses, and I have too many friends that end up running for the school board at the same time, so I don't do that either. Normally will endorse one or two people, but I've tried not to do that. So I'll get to some of those areas also at this time, but I'll give you a little of my background. I'm fourth generation on my mother's side and third generation on my father's side, Modesto.
Yes.
So the family's been here a while. I grew up here. Was one of those aggravating students in school for teachers, and the kind that they pull their hair out because they know I'm capable, but I don't try. There were more things that were of interest to me than schoolwork. It was during the Vietnam era as I graduated, and I tell people I had three choices: college, Canada, or khaki. And I don't like the cold. I wasn't ready for college, so I joined the service. And I spent 7 years in the Navy, submarines service. And after I left the service, I was grown up a little bit more and realized there was more to do than to, and knew that it was time for me to go to college. So I came back, went to MJC, and transferred to UC Berkeley, got degrees in economics and business. Came back and worked for my family for 6 years and got tired of working for my family.
Doing what?
McHenry Bowl.
Okay.
McHenry, my family built McHenry Bowl back in 1959. And so I worked for the family for 6 years and decided it was time to leave again. Went back to college to get my MBA at Berkeley, and after, as part of doing that, my business plan thesis for my master's project was an employee stock option plan for McHenry Bowl, my employees there, not my employees at the time, and realized that it worked quite well, except for the management was really decimated by myself, my wife, and a third friend of ours leaving the business all at once. And so we made an offer to the rest of my family to buy them out, and came back in '86 and have owned and operated the business since then. It was also the year, 1986 was the year that bowling in the country had reached its zenith as far as league bowling. That was the absolute maximum membership was 1986, so I bought at the peak. You know?
Wow.
And now what you're supposed to do, buy at the peak and sell it. And actually it was probably a blessing that we came back at that time, because we had new eyes, new thoughts, new ideas. And one of the things my wife and I, let me go there for a minute. Both of us have been married previously and remarried. We've been married for 28 years now.
Yes.
So we got it right the second time for both of us. We each have 2 children, and they are our 4 children. And we have 4 grandchildren, and our youngest grandchild is 17. So 17 to 20 are our grandchildren. And one's in college in Chico, one's in college in Santa Barbara, one's in MJC here, and the 4th one's a senior at Enoch's High. So they're a very major part of our family too. We have a strong family, we travel a lot. Anyway, coming back, one of the things that was really important to us was to refocus bowling and for our part of the business on family. And it had been the image of beer drinking and smoking and stuff, and we wanted to change that as the focus for us, and we came back at the right time to start doing that. As league bowling dropped off, we really focused on really trying to serve a broader community. Kids, we've always felt that kids are important to serve, and important to have something for them to do to keep themselves occupied and out of trouble. And so that's, we have the largest youth program in California for bowling. We have one of the largest in the nation. We also have one of the largest senior programs in California. So we went out to mobile home parks and to our churches in the community and other groups that had defined senior programs, and tried to get them involved to keep that fellowship going in both within their mobile home parks or their churches or whatever, to keep that going. And it's been great for us actually, and I think it's been great for the community. So we've weathered this financial storm, the economic storm, quite well, and I think it's partly because of that, refocusing. About 6 years ago, I was invited to come over and just have coffee at Kenny Friedman's house. And Kenny and I had been in Rotary for a long time and known each other for a long time. And so I showed up, and I come walking in, and with Kenny's one of my other very good friends, a man named Peter Johansson. And the 2 of them are sitting there, and I knew it was something that was going on, and they asked me to run for city council. Peter and I had gone on a part of a Rotary mission to the Philippines in 2002, and I'd known Peter all my life, basically. He's been a bowler. I don't know if those that know Peter, I don't know how many know him, but he's a great man. And he's been a bowler all his life. There's a picture on my wall of him and my dad in Bermuda shorts. The first time a bowling team had worn Bermuda shorts. And it was their team with Oscar Cowan and a couple of other bowlers. And so Peter's bowled in our bowling center forever and ever.